Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and in this video, we are going to make a fantastic cheese sauce out of just 3 ingredients. Now, for those of you who've been following my channel for a while, you may have watched the ooey gooey melty cheese slice video I did, which I'll link to right up here. In that video, I used sodium citrate. This is some cool stuff. I think this is the first modernist cuisine ingredient I ever used. What sodium citrate does is it keeps the fat from cheese from separating when it heats. I know you know what I'm talking about. If you've ever put a slice of cheddar on a burger, you know, the little fat globules start to form, or if you microwave some cheese and you see the yellow liquid start to kind of come out, sodium citrate prevents that and allows you to create anything from ooey gooey cheese slices to a cheese soup that stays nice and creamy and doesn't separate. In this video, we are going to do the simplest possible version of this sauce. And I encourage you, in fact, I will encourage you at the end of this video, to build off of it and make it your own. Let's get started. We'll start by shredding some cheese. I'm using a sharp cheddar here. We're going to want about 4 cups of shredded cheese. That's right in the 450-455 gram range. Next, we will take 1 1/4 cups, or about 300 milliliters, of chicken stock, or the liquid of your choice. I'll talk about that in a second. We're going to pour this into a pot and bring the heat up to a simmer. To this, we are going to add 10 grams of sodium citrate. That's a little bit more than 1½ teaspoons. One of the first variables that you can play around with is what liquid you use. And honestly, it's pretty much a blank canvas. If you want, you can just use water, or you can use chicken stock, or you can use, say, a dry white wine like Pinot Grigio. You could use beer. Pay attention to the carb count on that. And you could even use whole milk if you'd like. Really, what you use as a liquid is going to be kind of dictated by how you plan on using this sauce and what cheeses you might decide to pair it with. So I'm using a sharp cheddar in this video, but you can use pretty much any solid cheese you want to use. So if you wanted to get fancy, make sort of a white wine cheese sauce, I would think about doing a Pinot Grigio coupled with maybe a Jarlsberg or Swiss or Emmentaler. You could make a nacho cheese sauce using some pepper jack. I mean, really, use whatever cheese you want to use, play around, have fun. Once our sodium citrate is dissolved, we will take the temperature down to medium-low and start adding our cheese, a little bit at a time. We'll whisk in each handful of cheese until it's mostly dissolved, and then add another. And we'll get the last of it here. Now, the consistency of the sauce, as I made it here, I think is pretty perfect for putting over vegetables. Bear in mind that it is going to thicken up a little bit once you take it off the heat. If I wanted a thicker sauce, more like a nacho cheese sauce, I might consider adding a bit more cheese or perhaps reducing the liquid a bit. As you can see, this is still pretty thick. I'm going to give this a taste test with the keto French fries that Heavenly Fan created, and I will link to that recipe down in the description below. Oh yeah, this is thick, this is gooey, this is sort of the perfect sort of nacho cheese consistency here. I don't know that I'd necessarily add any more cheese to this. Now this is just sort of like the boring version of this sauce, and it is still so good. So use this very basic recipe as a foundation that you can build on. By varying the quantities of ingredients, you can go anywhere from making your own basically Velveeta slices, to making a sauce, to making a soup. And there's absolutely no reason why you can't throw in some seasoning. I mean, throw some jalapenos in there, throw some chives in there, whatever. Have fun with this recipe. And in another week or two, I'll be back with the sodium citrate to make some cheddar cheese soup. I'm thinking probably a broccoli bacon cheddar soup. That's what I'm thinking. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber already, tap that subscribe button. If you want to be notified whenever I release a new video, tap that bell and select all notifications. And finally, if you'd like to help support the Serious Keto Test Kitchen, click that join button and see what membership options are all about. Thanks for watching.